What's up, everyone? Welcome to CSD Sports Cards. Today we got a little mail delivery day. So what I did was I took 3 cards. I know, shipping, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, I sent 3 cards to Tag, first time using them. 3 cards to SGC and 3 cards to PSA. And I was going to do like a comparison, show it, blah, blah, blah. PSA is way too far out for me to do that. So I will try to coordinate with when those come back. I think they're November. And I will send more off to see, because you'll see what I'm talking about when I get into Tag. At least everyone knows about SGC. I always consider it like PSA light now. They're nice. I like them. They're good for grading certain cards, but we'll see. All right, so what we'll do is we'll start with the SGC first, and then we'll go into the Tag, and then I'm going to pull up the Tags, the site, the page they send you called the Dig Report, to show you all the information they get. It's quite a bit, so I'll show you that in a minute here, but we'll get right onto the SGC as soon as I find my opener. Where the heck did that go? Oh, there it is. I do have, for my PSA, I'm going to just bring this Julio in to do a comparison for size and whatnot so you can see it. So here we go. We'll start with the SGC. I do know the grades on these. I already looked online. It's pretty much what I thought. I'll explain what I intentionally did with Tag here in a minute. We'll start with SGC first. Now you can see right off box, bubble mailer for Tag. I'm not too keen on the bubble mailer, but it's only 3 cards, so we'll see. Maybe if you order more, they send in a box, but I think it could have been in a box. Granted, this was like 2-day. This was here. As soon as I saw that it shipped, it was at my house. It was pretty quick. So we'll get into this one first. So nice and packaged well. Let me get rid of the, make sure there's no doxing information in here. There's not. You can see it, the whole tuxedo look. I see a packing slip, so let me just get that out of there. All right. So I got the invoice out of the way. All right, just checking to see what was on it. Yeah, too much information for you guys to see. All right, nice rubber bands. So first I sent in the John Morant Crown Jewels in a 9. It got a 9 on it, which isn't bad for the die cut. I thought it would look good in the SGC. And then we got a 10 on the CJ Stroud base. And then we did I got a 9.5 on the Victor rookie, the Red Flash Prism, numbered to 99. So that's good. 9.5. It'd have been nice to get a 10. I know it's a little off. I knew it was a little off center. Now it's probably going to drop it down. But like I said, this was just kind of I was trying to see what I could get on them. There's a plan. I might crack them and resubmit them to different companies to see if I can pull the same grades on them or if we get different grades, especially with the Tag. All right. Now I'll have to peek in here first. Okay. So let me get any identifying information out of there. Okay, so it's a bubble mailer and a bubble mailer. Which I still would have preferred to see in a box. And then Bubble mailed again. Bubble mailed again. What I do like about the tag is, let me just look on them off and just make sure there's my name's not plastered all over them, or address or phone number or credit cards or anything like that. Okay, there's not. So they come bubble mail. So it's tripled, but they wrap them in these like it's ripping a pack. So I did think that was cool. I thought that was kind of fun, like a fun rip. So they're triple bubble mat or wrapped in 3 different bubble mailers or bubble wrap, and then shipped to you in a pack. So I don't know which card's which. These are blind. So we'll start with this one. Now this is the, okay, I sent this one, I saw what it was. I sent this one in knowing it was going to get low, because this is the one I'm going to crack and submit to other companies to see where everybody kind of comes across, if I can get it out without damaging it. I've not cracked a tag. I've not even, this is the first time I've ever held a tag slab, so we'll see. But I knew this one was going to be low. It's very off center, top to bottom and left to right. Same with the back. But I mean, I like these clear slabs. I don't know. The overall look. Man, that's a nice looking card. I don't like that it doesn't come in a grading sleeve. But luckily I have my own. Yeah, I'll have to try to track down sleeves that fit. But you can see it's see-through, so the words are on the front and back. That's nice. I'll get into this card later when we look. All right, next one up. Okay. This one can be... Oop. Come on. I did send another because I wanted to see some dust on it. The CJ Stroud pulled a 10 on this one as well, so I was quite lucky on the 10 to 10. Man, I really do. This is the first time seeing these, and I really do like... Oh, wait. I just noticed this CJ isn't in a bag. The other two are. I'll put that one in a bag. That's weird. But yeah. So here, I'll show you then this one. I was a little disappointed in this one, but I'll show you the report. A 9 on the Victor Fractal. I want to see. Man, okay, I see it. I'll show you what they, this corner is the reason it got a 9. They use, I'll show you the whole thing. I think it's going to be tough to pull some grades. I don't think it's going to be like PSA where they're just handing out 10s. But man, I do like the cases comparatively. Like, I just don't like the red. Like, get rid of the red. And I think it would make it better. It just throws off the color of the card. Unless you get something that complements it. It just, I don't know. And certain cards in here can go well. But man, this really just puts it all on the card. Well, we'll see. All right, let me get, I have to pause and set my computer up so I can show you the screen real quick. So I'm going to jump cut here real quick. During that video, they did send bags. It was with the packing slip. Oh, there we go. See, that's going to look all nice. That looks all nice and snug. So that's on me. Like I said, first time using them, I wasn't sure. I thought it was odd that they didn't send them. So I'm just going to drop this in somewhere where I was talking about it and correct myself. Yeah. That's nice. Man, I really do like the clear. I really do. I don't know, all right, I'll jump back into the video we go. Thanks again. So we'll look at this Victor first here. Here's the report. You'd go into your profile and pull it up. If you paid the extra service, you'd get this number here. But like I said, this is the first time using it. So it's kind of a jaunt to see all this. So right off the bat, they give you this thing here. This little slide. Let's see. And it changes the look of the card. And it'll actually show, you can actually see like the dings. What they call are dings. Like the amount of information, man, I wish every company did this. So you can see where it ranks and who graded it. And it's kind of cool. Like, I wish I had, picked a card that had more graded on it, because you can hit population and it pops up like where it's been graded. So I think that's kind of cool. Kind of shows you the map of the US, and there's other places you can hit up. So I think that's pretty cool. And then it shows down here different ones. You can actually look at other people's stuff and see when stuff was graded. I think that's all that information is nice. It's nice to have that much information. Where was right here. And then you can see here's like a report, the corners, the edges, the centering. It gives you the centering, and the surface had 2 dings on it, is why it got an 8. I thought the centering would be what killed it, but there's 2 marks on it that are quite difficult to see. So we'll see here. Yeah, and here's dings or defects identified, blah, blah, blah. You guys can check these out, but they show you the marks. There's one there and one there, and if you click on, that's not the clickable thing. There's a clickable spot. And then you come down here and you see all this, and it shows you kind of where they are on the card. It gives you all this fray, fill, and angle, and the fray. So I talked to customer service to see what all this was, because there's a lot of info here, and there's even more if you upgrade to the higher service. The fill is chipping and missing card stock. So the overall shape of the card, if it's missing anything, dents, chips. The fray is all the card dust you hear me constantly bitching about in my videos. Like, oh, the card dust hanging off the card. And then the angle, they measure how sharp the corners are, is what the angle is. And that's what all these numbers mean. And you can look at the front and back, and it'll show you this one is just way off center on the back. And then here, if you click, it brings up that, and it shows you exactly where it's at, the detail. And then I don't know if I can show it on the camera's going to zoom in on that right there. That little, I missed that. But you can see that ding, they caught it. And the other one is up here. So the other one is up. See it right there? So, I mean, if you want to, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be tough. I think they're going to grade pretty fairly, and you can see surface ink defect. Gives you the location. You can click on this, it'll take you to the same kind of view. And what else? Corner details. They give you all these pictures with more information. So, I mean, as far as information goes, I mean, you get a lot of it. It shows the back of the card, close-ups, the edges. Now, all this stuff is just reflection from the chrome on the card. There's not issues or dents or anything. The back edges. And then you get clear pictures you can download. So that's that one. I think it's interesting that the 2 dents dropped it down to an 8, because from what the guy said, the dings, depending on how bad they are, is what really factors into the card grade. Which that was the map. All right, so that was that one. Then the Victor, same thing. I do like that they do this view. You can kind of see it. It's the only one, population 1. There's one corner ding. And it says, I guess this right here is what impacts. Whatever's in this part of it impacts the card grade. And this had corner wear, which is I mean, I would feel like they're quite picky on it. I mean, you can see the corner is a little... See, I can't really zoom in on that. Too much going on in the background. The corner does have a little rounding to it, but it's very minimal. But same thing, you can click down here. Takes you to... You can move this around. And it's just a little bit of a dent right here. That's wild. But you can see 1,000. I guess that's good. The centering's off on it. They said which factors in. Everything factors in, but the biggest things that hit is this. And I think the next order I'm going to send in and get the higher grading service, because I want to see this. And there's an example. I'll show an example that shows way more stuff. I also want to say I'm in no way, shape, or form sponsored or anything, but this is just me doing this because I keep hearing and seeing people mention tag on social media sites and forums, and I'm like, I'm going to give them a try. And I'm just kind of like, seeing all this info is just wild. Like, you don't get any of this anywhere else. I mean, Beckett will give you the scores at the top of the card, but nothing like this. I mean, it's pretty wild. And then the last one. The last one was the CJ, which pulled the Gem Mint. And it's first. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, so now if you see population, the population map, you can see where everybody's graded one of the cards. It's kind of cool, You can't click on it, but it gives you like percentage of the card density. So it's wild. You figured Texas would be grading more. And you can see where they're at here. It's cool. A lot of info. You can check other people's cards. I guess you can scan these QR codes. So if you go to buy this card or someone has it, you can scan that and it'll pull you straight to this the screen. Straight to this screen. Allegedly. I have not tried it. I will try it after. But you can see everything came back good. They said the centering is what kept it from getting pristine. That's where it is. The centering was off a little. Out of their realm of pristine. You can see all the little things they check. It's pretty wild. Yeah, I like all the info. It's like I said, it's a little hard um, to figure out at first, all the data. I was going back and forth with customer service, which the customer service is great. They were answering questions pretty quick. So I do enjoy that part of it. So the cons, I would say, so if I'm going to pros and cons tag for using them for the first time, the cons would be they shipped in a bubble mailer. I don't care for that. They shipped it not already in a bag, which I wish they would, because now I'm going to have to try to find something fit. I do like the fact that like PSAs come fitted. Same with SGCs have a nice fit to them too, where now I'm going to have to try to track down something that's going to fit better so it doesn't look sloppy. So I that's one issue I see. I do like this, the size of them. They're smaller than, they're pretty much a little bit smaller than PSA, just a tad smaller. I do like the clear. I think that's a pro for my opinion, the cleared label is really nice. I think it just makes it puts more focus. Oops. My camera's moved for the computer, so I'm not holding it on screen. So my bad. So hopefully I can redo that. Here, let me hold it up this time so you can see it. So it's smaller than, whoops. It's smaller than even the PSA just by a hair. But I think the biggest pro on it is the clear label. The clear label on it is probably my favorite thing about it. The other cons about it is when I sent all three in, I would get email updates from SGC, your cards arrived. I would get email update from PSA, your cards arrived, they're in the process. I got nothing from Tag, so I had to like check back online. I don't know if that's something I did, if I missed a checkbox, like for get notifications, like if I missed that. So I'll go back through and check. But yeah, that was kind of like so I had to keep checking to see where it was at in the process, where the other companies are kind of send you little notifications. Let's see what else. I made some notes here. Yeah, it's pretty much I asked them about how they grade it and how they come to their number. You know what I mean? I kind of asked them all the questions and how they pretty much the same as anything else. Significant damage is going to drop the grade. That's card grading 101, really. But so that's that. The other pro is, I mean, all this information. I mean, I love it. Being able to see exactly right here what caused it not to get the grade, and being able to see all this info. Like I said, if it's confusing, just reach out to customer service. They were super helpful in answering all my questions. I will give them that. I have not had to reach out to SGC ever or PSA ever, so I don't know how their customer service compares. If any of you guys have, you can let me know in the comments if it's been a great experience or not. And then I think that's pretty much it. I'm still going to probably use all three services for now. I think I will use Tag for a lot of my PC, a lot of stuff that I want to know where it sits in an actual grade, because they kind of take the objectivity out of it. You know, instead of, oh, this guy was mad when he came to work that day, a 9, but if I resend it, the guy came in, oh, he was happy, you know, he got a raise, so he's going to slap a 10 on it. I know PSA is trying to work towards more transparency, and maybe they start doing some reporting, but only with the high end, which, you know, price wise, they were right in line with everyone else across the board. I think prices are similar across the board. I think they were all the 15 and No, PSA's was more, 25, because I just sent a small order in. So pricing, they were pretty much similar across the board. Yeah, I think the big difference is the clear and the report is why I'm kind of a fan. I think I'm going to send them some more, send them a bigger order, a bulk order of some other things to see, try to find some consistency. I'm definitely going to crack some of these and send them to different, crack some of these and send them to different companies. So used to my hands being in one location to film. I'm definitely going to crack and send to different companies. So I'll do an update video down the road. I also saw reports if you crack one of your cards and send it back to tag, that you will get the exact same grade on it if you don't damage it. So we'll see. I might try that too, like try to sneak another one in a bulk order and see if they get the same grade back. Just kind of test them out and see where they sit. So that's it. I don't know if you guys use tag, let me know. Same with SGC or PSA. Which ones do you guys prefer? I know everybody prefers PSA because, they get the most money, but that's only because we allow that. And there's nothing against, there's nothing against PSA, but I don't like the inconsistencies in their grading. That's my biggest issue with it, is that at any given day you could send that same card and get a completely different grade on it. I don't like that. I want them to, that's my biggest gripe about them. Same, I feel like SGC is the same way. A lot of people don't like the slabs. I don't mind them for certain cards. I think they can accent a card. Like I like the red. This might have looked okay with the red label on top. Nah, I like it with all black. It might have looked good in all clear too. I do like the all clear though. So I don't know. I guess it's all preference at this point. Let me know what you guys think, and until the next one, later.